Hi, welcome to Clinical Yoga. This practice is called the Brandenburg. Okay, let's draw back the chin and lengthen in the spine, turning up your palms, resting them on the knees, your hands on your knees, and just settling, taking a moment just to check in with yourself. Be aware of your breathing. Maybe moving your shoulders a little bit. Feeling them coming back as your chest lifts up. Okay, let's open the eyes and take the arms overhead. So reaching high. Maybe going a little bit back onto your sit bones and then rising up. Maybe you could look up between your hands to really get the upper back to work. And then take the arms wide and behind you. So fingertips behind, shoulder blades together, lift the chest. A big breath there, and then taking the left hand on the right knee and the right shoulder back. And to the other side, so fingertips behind, lift the chest, take the shoulder back. Great. All right, let's come on to the hands and knees. So opening your fingers, stretching them wide and rounding up in the back, head down. And then inhale, back drops down, chin lifts up, and then round again. And dropping down again, lifting the chin. Great. All right, let's put the hips back onto the heels and reach the arms away. Maybe moving gently side to side. And then coming back onto all fours, let's take the right foot off the mat, so you're swizzling on your right knee, left leg long onto the right fingertips, and then the left arm over. So you're stretching the left side of your body, and your weight is through your right knee, and you're getting that long stretch down the left side. And then let's lift the left arm to vertical and the left leg to horizontal, and hold here. Find muscles all around the belly and the front of the right hip, the outside of the left hip. So you've got this stability there as you just balance on that right knee. All right, let's put the left foot down, left arm over, and then let's take the other side. So left hand down onto the mat, left knee onto the mat, left foot off the mat, so that you've got the a bit wider base, and then the right sole of the foot goes down, the right arm over, and stretching the right side of the body. And then the right arm can go vertical, right leg horizontal. And you lift from the outside of that right thigh. So you feel it there, you feel it in the front of the left. So you haven't just sort of thrown yourself onto the left hand, you've lifted that right leg. All right, let's put the right knee down, hand down, and let's take a plank. So nice and straight, looking down in front of the hands. Your head will be slightly forward of the hands. And then we'll drop the knees slightly as we push back into downward dog. So maybe walk the feet forward a little bit, maybe moving gently side to side, feeling that deep stretch. So push your hands in one direction and the sit bones in the other, and then you can drive the heels down by bending and straightening the knees. You get that stretch down the back of the legs. All right, let's lift the heels and start to tiptoe forwards. So lifting the chest, so your back is lovely and straight, and then you're trying to lay your body down your thighs, hold your elbows and let your head hang down. And then keeping your head down, uncurl. Great. Let's take the arms by the sides, turn the palms out, and let's take a sun salutation. Inhale. And then soft knees, keep the chest high as you bend forward at the hips, and then dropping the head right down. Then pulling the fingertips back, inhale. Then the hands go down, go back into plank. When you're ready, exhale. So you might be going all the way to the mat, point the toes, squeeze the shoulder blades together and lifting the chest. So a cobra, but not by just straightening the arms, by using muscles in the upper back. And then pushing yourself back into your downward dog. Long, deep breaths. Feel your shoulders moving away from your ears, so you're making a sort of space between the arm and the ear. All right, let's slowly lift the right leg. And then bringing the weight forward into the hands, bring that knee underneath you in a plank and step forward as far as you can, join with the left, or if you have to tiptoe forwards. Inhale. Exhale. And when you're ready, inhale to the top. Great. All right, let's take another one. So inhale. And chest stays high as you fold forward at the hips. And then rounding down. Inhale, the back becomes straight. That creates a stretch in the back of the legs. Hands down, finding your plank again. Exhale, so either to the mat, or if you're off the mat, you'll be on the front top of your feet and the hands, and then we go back into downward dog. So whether it's cobra or up dog, and then settling the breathing again. All right, let's lift the left leg. So you may want to lift the right heel if you want. And then to step forward, take the weight into the hands, bring the body into a plank. Then bring the left leg underneath you as far as you can manage. Join with the right. Inhale, half lift. And the big exhale, fold. Great. And let's inhale to the top. Great. All right, so let's stand with the feet wide apart. And we'll turn the right foot down the mat. And the right knee bent and arms long. And let's look down the right arm. So taking your warrior two. And just hold. And then we'll turn to the right slightly, put the elbow on the knee and reach the left arm over. So a lovely long reach on that left side. And then let's put the left hand behind the back and reach the right arm up. So you've got your goddess and you're trying to maybe look back to your left ankle so that you're not pushing your left hip too far forward and you're reaching high there. And then we'll do one more. This time, see if you can get down to the floors with the right fingertips and over the top with the left arm. So you've got this long straight line between the left hand and the left foot. And then one more time, left hand behind the back, right arm up, and opening the right knee and lifting as high as you can. Great. All right, let's go to the other side. So right toes come in, left foot goes down the mat, bend the left knee, arms long. Let's look down the left arm, pushing the feet apart. So gentle breathing there in your warrior two. And then turning to the left thigh, left forearm on the knee, right arm over the top. So just resting that left elbow on the knee, not yourself, you're just touching the knee. So don't lean too hard. Then the right hand goes behind the back and the left arm goes up. And again, look back at your right ankle so that you're not just throwing that right hip forward. And reaching nice and high on that left side. So you feel a stretch down the left side of your body like we did at the beginning. And then maybe the fingertips down to the floor and the right arm over. Deep stretch there down the right side now. And then right hand behind the back. Left arm up, reach high as you sink a bit lower into that left leg. Great. And then straighten the left leg. Let's turn the toes in. Take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, shoulder blades together, lift the chest. And with soft knees, just bow forward. So you can let the arms sort of tip over and the head come down. And you're using your feet and legs for your balance now, and the head is hanging down, and the arms, if they will, can come off the back. And then bend the knees slightly as you slowly come back up. So you kept your back nice and straight. Great. All right, let's turn the right foot down the mat again. And this time we'll take a triangle. So turning towards the right foot. Lift the right arm and then reach long with the right arm and the right hip comes back so you've got your chest lifted. And then the right hip comes underneath you. Right hand down. Turn the chest to the left as you lift the left arm straight up. And you've got these nice straight sides to your triangles. So a triangle between your leg and your arm and your body, and then between the legs. So pushing hard into the feet as you hold your triangle. Don't just sort of be there, sort of push the feet into the mat and lengthen the spine, and maybe looking up to the left thumb, which might put you off balance. Great, and then let's bend the right knee, come back, turn the right toes in. Left foot down the mat, turn to the left, and then reaching to the left as the left hip comes back underneath you. So your hand goes one way, the hip goes the other. Then the hand goes down, right arm up. And again, keep pushing your feet into the mat, and maybe you look up to the right thumb, turning your chest. Okay, let's bend the left knee and come up. turn the toes in again. Soft knees, let's bow at the hip again. Fingertips down, lengthen the back. So again, we've got that stretch in the back of the legs and the inner thighs. Just bow down, head can come down. Those deep breaths will help the muscles to let go. And then come back up again. So your back is flat and your fingertips are underneath the face. So right fingertips are underneath the face. Draw back the chin, turn to the left and lift the left arm. So you've turned the chest first. You're trying to have the right arm and left arm, one above the other, and that will create that stretch on the right inner thigh. And then to the other side. So left fingertips down, turn the right shoulder back, right arm up. So again, really working behind your right shoulder blade. So don't keep taking the arm back, it's about the chest turning and the shoulder blade pulling back. Great, and then fingertips down. Let's turn the heels in and put your hands onto your knees and take a squat. So you're trying to have a nice horizontal body. And then we're going to tip up into our cactus, opening the knees and holding there. And then slowly coming up. Great, let's take a big inhale. Great, and arms down. All right, so we're going to come down onto the right knee. So let's take a crescent lunge. So right foot behind, left foot in front. Take the arms up high. Reach high, straightening your right leg. And then see if you can put your right knee down. Use your hands if you can't manage that. So the right knee goes down. And then we tuck the tailbone down and look up into the thumbs. Great. So we're going to try and come back up again. So straightening the right leg. And you're in your crescent lunge again. And then if you can straighten your left leg and see if you can fold forward. So the right heel is lifted. Put your fingertips down and taking that pyramid. But we're going to keep the right heel lifted. Lift the chest and lay the body down that left thigh. Okay, so to come out of this, let's bend the left knee. Put your right heel down, come back to the center. All right, let's go to the other side. So the right foot is leading now, the left heel is lifted. We're in a shortish crescent lunge. Take the arms overhead, lift the chest, rise up. And then if you can, we're going to lower the left knee to the floor gently and tuck the tailbone down and look up into the thumbs. So you're holding your balance here. So tuck the tailbone down, that will get you the stretch in the front of the left hip. And you can lift your rib cage up. All right, so maybe bring your gaze point in front of you and we'll go back up again. So straightening the left leg, lift the heel, reach high. And then if you can, we're going to straighten the right leg and start to bring the hands down either side of that right foot. So if you want to keep the knees bent, that's fine, the front knee bent, and then you can work on straightening it. So the right hip comes underneath, you can bow the head. So it's a huge hamstring stretch. But we're trying to keep the left heel lifted. So you're in this pyramid with the left heel lifted and maybe a bit of a lift in the chest. So big stretch down the right, back of the right leg. All right, let's bend that right knee to put the left heel down and come up. All right, let's bring the feet together. And again, taking a big inhale. So let's put the arms in front and come onto the balls of the feet and just balance here for a moment. And then if you can, We're going to let the knees go forward as we start to squat down. And let's just hold the squat, so your thighs are parallel to the floor, arms are parallel to the floor, and we're just holding the squat. If your knees won't completely flex this far, then just holding at the point you can. Alright, let's put the hands down, knees down. So knees back, you're on your hands and knees. We're going to take the right arm underneath and take our thoracic twist here. So the right side of the head and the right arm are resting down, and your weight can be in the left hand. And to the other side, so right hand down, left arm goes through, and take our thoracic twist. Great. And then bringing your legs in front of you. Let's put the soles of the feet together and just take a cobbler's pose. So taking the big toes, lengthening the back, drawing back the chin, and then just folding at the hips and bowing your head. Maybe moving gently side to side. So you're stretching out the lower back, muscles in the groin. You can even drop the head slightly. So maybe feeling a stretch sort of from the coccyx to the brow of the head. And trying to get your nose closer to your toes. And release. Alright, let's put the feet flat. We'll take 3 rolls. So rounding the lower back to go back. And then coming up. Reach the arms overhead. And roll down again. And coming up again. Reach the arms overhead. Lift the chest. And last time, rounding down. And coming up. And arms overhead. Great. All right. So as this is a short practice, we won't take Shavasana. We'll just take a moment. Sitting, easy sitting. So sitting cross-legged, turning up the palms. And just keeping your breath steady. Just observing your breathing. Closing your eyes. Okay, let's open the eyes, take the arms to the side, turning out the palms, lift the rib cage now. Let's take a final breath together. Inhale. And exhale. Namaste. And I'll see you tomorrow.